Hey guys, it's Kurt Thompson here. This is a review of the Bousnic dog training vibration shock collar. And I want to test it out on myself before I work with Oscar. Oscar is a dog that we rescued last December that was attacked, almost killed. And I know the history of Oscar. He's had a lot of trauma from his dog family, where the two of the dogs before Rocky used to pick on him mercilessly. I mean, biting him and he's been through a lot of trauma. The end result is, after being here for several months, he's still traumatized, and he tends to bark at my partner all the time, like he's in real self-defense mode. It's not going away. So I remember when I first got Maynard back in 2010 and moved to San Francisco, Maynard barked at everybody. He just would not stop barking. It was a constant barking. I mean, when you're walking on the street, there's people in San Francisco, right? So we ended up getting a similar collar that did not have the remote. It was just automatic. So it would sense that he was barking, and it would give him a little bit of a shock. We kept it on low, and within a couple of weeks, that trained Maynard from not barking at everything and anybody, and we were able to then, remove that training device. I wanted then, and I want now, the collar to be humane. And I already accidentally tested out 16 on the shock part. Man, it feels like it rips your neck off. So, but then again, you can see my neck. I don't have any fur. It's right on my thin skin on my neck. So that's probably different than what a dog would feel, but still 16. So I'm going to advise against most people using 16 on the static. I would recommend starting off on the vibration, which is what I'm going to do now. And I'll show it in the mirror where you can actually see it. So this is the vibration is the bottom number. So I'll let you see. I think you can probably see it. Let me turn around there like that. That's the vibration. You click that, you can probably even hear it. That's a number one. I don't feel much. You adjust it by turning up the dial. So I'm going to turn it up to, well, that's 5. And so I'm going to hit vibration again. I can feel that. It's not painful. I'll turn it up again. Let's just go to 10. This is on the vibration. I don't know if the collar lights up on it. Let's see if I can get both in there. So yeah, you can see the green light. It's working. It's coming on. So I can handle that. Moving up to 16, hit the vibration. Want to show it all to you. Okay. Now, how I made the mistake of testing out 16, I was doing this before I made the video, and I tested out like you just saw me, and then I accidentally hit static, and that's the shock. And man, it just felt like someone was just grabbing my neck big time. So let me turn this down. And on the actual shock, number 1 wasn't bad. So here's number 1. I don't hardly feel it. I made it up to 5 or 6, and I was okay. So that just a little bit, like, from doing your laundry, or you take out laundry from the dryer and you're pulling the clothes apart and you get a little bit of static. It's kind of right around there. 5 or 6 was about my max. So yeah, I can feel that's a pretty good jolt. I hate to go up much more than that. 7 for me. Oh, okay, that got me good. That's 7. I don't really want to torture myself. 10. I don't really want to do it, but there's 10. Hate to do it. Okay, 10. 10 is rough, folks. 10 is rough. Now, the dog has fur and everything, any dog. So I'm guessing the 10 that I'm feeling here is not the 10 that they're going to feel, but there's some pain to it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't wish that on anybody's puppy. It's probably going to be uncomfortable to painful. And I'll just throw it on 16. Now, 16... I don't recommend you try this. But that's 16 right there. I don't know if you can see that. Let's just do it again. So there's 16. You can see I got it on 16. This is not going to be fun, but that's 16 right there. Here we go. Okay, now I can feel that grinding into my skin pretty good. I don't know if you can see that. That was 16. And I'm pretty tough. That's the reason I'm able to do it. I'm not saying I have a high threshold to pain, but I'll do it just for this video to let you know that 16 is not going to be a level that you want to use on just about any dog. Now they also have another contraption that you can put. It's kind of like a thin metal barb that you can put on across it, and I guess that helps out with dogs with thicker fur. So I actually have the collar on. I hope that you've been able to see that. So I have some eye drops I'm using on Maynard and Honey. These acetyl carnitine eye drops are good for kind of dissipating the cataracts. I use it in my own eye, so I don't do anything to any of my dogs that I wouldn't first test out on myself. So as you saw here, I tested out the 16 on the vibration on my neck. That all is humane. So if you didn't quite get it, you can just choose the vibration. See if you can see that, which is this button here, and then the static is the top button. So you can press either one. Now all the levels on the vibration I felt were humane. For me, up to 5 or 6, I could handle it. I started feeling some pain. Now my guess is just about any dog with a normal coat, let's say a normal short coat, let's say maybe like a Dachshund, Chihuahua, not too long, that kind, like what we have here. Now, like our dog Colette has very long hair, so she probably is not going to feel too much with 5 or 6 on the shock. We don't need to use it on her. So if you have a dog with very thick, long hair, maybe a Corgi with very long hair, 5 or 6 may not be too much for them. You might have to go up to 7 or 8, or even 9 if you got very thick, very long hair. But I'm here to tell you, just about on every dog with just normal skin, normal hair, not very long, you're going to be abusing your dog if you go much beyond 5 or 6. That's what I feel. Now, take into account if they have very long, thick hair. Maybe if they're a big rough and tumble German Shepherd with very thick skin, maybe they're okay with maybe like a 7 or an 8. But you saw me, I flinched on 16. That would be, if someone was doing that to me for torture, that would be torture. I felt my blood pressure raise up. That's I would say for a human being, that's torture right there. It is very unpleasant. It just feels like someone's ripping your throat out. So I would think a dog would have to feel about the same. So anyway, that's my review on the Bousnic dog training vibration shock collar. It is humane. It is humane. If you use it on the vibration, you can use all levels on the vibration and you're okay. I believe it is humane up to maybe 5, 6, or 7 on the shock. It just feels like a nice shock you get from peeling apart clothes from the dryer, if you've ever done that before. A static shock, something like that. Or you're running on the carpet and you touch something, like touch a door handle, and you get kind of a shock there. My advice, in my opinion, is if you're going above levels, let's say 7 or 8 for your dog on the shock part, it could be inhumane and abusive treatment for your dog. Especially if you have small dogs like I do. I believe that would be abuse. If you have a big rough and tumble, maybe even slightly overweight Rottweiler, German Shepherd, Cane Corso, or something like that, then those dogs have thicker skin. They're maybe higher pain tolerance. Maybe you do have to go to 8, 9, or 10 on those guys. I feel like 15 or 16 on the shock part is going to be abusive for all dogs. You're going to be abusing your animal if you're using it on 14, 15, or 16. I would call that animal cruelty and abuse. That's my review. This thing works. Now, I haven't tried it on the dogs. I've just tried it on me. But if it works on me, it's going to work on my dog. So stay tuned. I might make another video after we got Oscar trained a little bit better from going crazy with his barking. And anyway, the barking, I'm a musician, so my ears are very sensitive, and he could be within inches laying down next to me, and when a partner comes in, man, he'll bark at the top loudest level right in my ear. I can't stand it. I mean, I probably have suffered some ear damage from his barking. I mean, that's how loud and that's how obnoxious the barking is. So I can't, I have to do something about it because I can't lose my hearing. My livelihood depends on my hearing. So anyway, this is an in-depth video. It should give anybody interested in training their dog a sense of realism. And if you're tough, put the damn collar on yourself and try it on 16. Let's see how tough you are. I'm not joking. I'll see you in the next one. By the way, link in the description if you want to get this. Bye-bye.